What's going on, guys? Early here, back at it again with another video for you guys. Today I've got my best class set up for HDR. The gameplay you're watching in the background is a gameplay I got 2 days ago where I get 38 kills and 7 deaths, including kill streaks, but the majority was sniping. Before we get into the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe and turn on the post notifications. I really appreciate that. Anyways, let's get right into this. First of all, I'd like to start off with the scope. So on screen you're seeing the scope which I used, which is called the Scout Combat Optic, which is the first optic you unlock with this gun. The reason I use this is because the pros are aim down sight speed is increased and the zoom level is decreased. Now with the sniper I tend to be medium to long range anyways, and my accuracy is quite on point anyway. I think 3.25x is enough for me to quick scope with, to snipe people across map and stuff like that. It's just very easy to use, it's not too difficult, the scoping time is really quick anyway, so hence why I use this. And there are other options to choose from, the optics and stuff like that, but this is my best class setup and this is what I do well with. Anyways, let's get on to the ammunition. So I do use extra ammunition. I use the 9 round mags, which is what you're seeing on screen right now, and I use this because obviously it increases the magazine size, which is what I need, especially if you're quick scoping or even if you're trying to pick people off from long range. You don't want to be seen too long with the flashlight at the front of your gun because that would get you killed, so you got to be quick and snappy with your shots. The cons for this obviously are aim down sight speed and the movement speed is decreased. Now with that, I don't really mind about that because there's other attachments I use which increase it anyway, so it's like you're back to square one, hence why I used the 9 rounds. Now let's get into the muzzle. With the muzzle I use the first muzzle which you unlock, which is called the flash guard. The reason why I use this muzzle over the others is because the others, they decrease the ADS time, they decrease the movement, they decrease the stabilization and the recoil, hence why I only use the flash guard. Now with the flash guard, the pro is the muzzle flash concealment and the con is bullet velocity, which basically means it decreases the range. Now muzzle flash concealment basically means when you shoot your weapon you're not going to have that flash at the front of it, so it won't be blinding you and it won't tell your enemies where you're shooting from, hence why I use that. Now the description that they've given for flashguard says suppress the flash of your weapon to help keep your targets visible and your position concealed, slightly lowers muzzle velocity. That's exactly what I said. When you shoot your weapon, the sort of bullet trail, the enemies won't be able to see that and you won't be able to see that either, which means it's basically like a suppressor, but it's not a suppressor, if you get what I'm trying to say. Now let's talk about my next attachment which I use is the laser. Now it's not a hard choice, there's only one laser you can choose from on a HDR, and I tend to use a laser only because it has more pros than it has cons. So it has 3 pros and it only has 1 con. Now the 3 pros that the laser does have is aim down sight speed, it's what it increases, aiming stability it increases, and aim walking steadiness it increases. Now the only con it has is laser visible to enemies. Now with a sniper rifle that doesn't really matter unless you're quick scoping from up close, then that will be an issue. Whereas if you're hard scoping or you're just picking people off from, let's say, the bridge map, then it doesn't really matter because not many people will be looking for that one little laser sight across the map. It doesn't make any sense. That's why that doesn't really matter. But what matters is the pros, aim down sight speed. So as I said earlier, there's other attachments that will decrease the aim down sight speed, but I'd like to have more aim down sight speed only because I like quick scoping, I like getting quick shots off, and it just feels silly to have to be waiting a whole second for your scope to zoom in, or half a second, sorry, to zoom in. It doesn't make any sense to me. And the aiming stability, so it helps you obviously to pick people off from longer ranges, hence why I use that. Now you can switch that out for another attachment. Like I was saying, you don't have to use the laser sight. There might be another attachment which you prefer, which helps you out a lot more. Now last but not least, let's get into the final attachment. The final attachment is the stock. Yes, I use a stock on my sniper rifle only because, again, the pro is that it increases the ADS speed. Now, I tend to use the first stock only because it's the only one that increases the ADS speed. I've looked at the other stocks and they either increase the movement speed or they stabilize the weapon, which is not what I'm looking for. If you've realized there's a pattern with this sniper rifle and the attachments, the first attachment's always the best one. Anyways, but yeah, I do use the first stock, which is the FTAC Stalker Scout. Again, it increases the ADS speed and it decreases the aiming stabilization, which doesn't really matter when you're picking people off from longer range. Like you can see from this gameplay here, I'm picking people off from across the map, almost halfway across the map. Obviously, I'm hard scoping, I'm using the hold breath mechanism, and I'm just picking people off. But yeah, guys, that's it from me today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please leave a big thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Peace out.